Hello investors, welcome to this video. What I want to do in this video is very simple. I want to take the concept of land banking and break it down. In this video, you're going to know the types of land banking. You're going to know what makes a successful land banking and all those stories of you investing in a property in Lagos and land, and at the end of the day, the government came to take the land, or a lot of things happened where you did not get profit from your investment. They are going to be laid to rest in this video. So in this video, if you watch till the end, I can promise you that you're going to become a great land banker, never to lose your money again when it comes. Before we get into it, I want to say if this is your first time of seeing me, thank you for watching my video. And if you've watched 1, 2, 3 videos from me and you're yet to hit on that subscribe button, do it now. Share this video with your friends because I can promise that in this video, like always, you're going to learn a lot. What are the advantages of land banking? Number one, land banking has a low entry point. I mean, you can still get some land for as low as 550,000 per plot in areas like Ekbe. Number two, land banking has high profit margin, which is based on time. I mean, in the next 20 years, this land that you bought for 550,000 naira may come back to become 25 million naira. And number three, land banking needs or requires no much supervision, little or no. I mean, you don't always have to go to the land to make sure that the land is still there. What guarantees that you are the owner of the land is that title deed that you have in your hand. As long as you have a title deed and you have bought from a reputable real estate company, then you're sure that your land is going to be there for us till the world comes to an end. Your land is going to be available. So these are the three advantages why you should consider land banking as a project that you should engage in. Number one, it has a low entry point for as low as 550,000 naira. And to shock you to also know that this 550,000 naira, there is initial deposit of let's say 300,000, and you can get to spread the rest of the payment up to 3 months. Can you beat that? And number two, high profit margin. This land is bought for 550,000. When you come back in the next 20 years, you'll be shocked to know it is now worth 25 million naira, which is over 1,000% increase in the price of the purchase. And number three, little to no supervision. You don't need to always go around to see if your land is available. Your title deed, your paper that is in your hand, your documents shows that you own the land. And because it is a land banking project, there's no need to take too much care of that. Just leave it. It doesn't eat, it doesn't bath, it doesn't dress. By itself, it will grow and you'll be able to earn your money. In order to ensure a successful land banking investment, there are three things that I think you should look out for. Number one of those three things is to make sure that the land is free from government acquisition. This is very important, or else you just throw money away in the name of land banking. Number two is to make sure that this land is in an upward mobile environment. What is the rate of development in this place some couple of years ago? What is the rate of development now? What does the postulation for development look like in the nearest future? This is what will guarantee that you charge a premium price on your land banking investments. And number three, and the third thing you should look out for in a land banking investment is who are you investing with. I know you know that it is very unsafe to buy lands from Omonile because they could be here today and they'll tell you that the land you bought from them is no longer available. So you are buying from a real estate company, and even that real estate company you're buying from, how reputable are they? Are they well broad-chested? What I mean is that if anything happens, are they ready to take on the risk for you? So the reputation of the real estate company you are investing with is very important. So these are the three important things that you should look out for when you are investing in a land banking project. Number one, make sure the land is free from government acquisition. There are so many lands that are on government acquisition that people don't know, especially in Nepal. A lot of land are on freehold, but when you go to search for it properly at the lands bureau in Ikeja, then you find out that these lands are for agri, for some other things like that, that government has earmarked this land for, and they are sold as freehold. What freehold just means is that there is no title on the land. There is no title on the land. So the best bet is to make sure that the land is free from government acquisition. So even if it's a freehold, make sure that that freehold is truly free. It means government has no interest whatsoever in the land. But there are also times when a land that government has interest in, they purposely put interest on the land so that they can make money from it in the future, not that truly they want to use the land for public use. They put interest on it so they can sell, and in that case they allocate to you. But when the land is truly free with your registered survey, you can process a C of O. So developing area, what is government interest? What are government also developing there? Our private sector also developing this place. These three things are very important. And the reputation of the company, make sure the company that you're investing in, they are broad-chested. They can take risk and they can take shock. So if anything happens, least possible scenario, they take you from that land and go and allocate another place to you that is much safer. There are two types of land banking concepts in Lagos that you should take note of. So when you see a land being advertised to you, then you can understand the kind of concept that it is being modeled after. We have the number one, which is the ordinary estate concepts. They are offering you paved road, water, electricity, and all those other basic stuff. That's what they are offering, basic. So I call it ordinary. I coined the one for it to call it ordinary. These are just ordinary estate concepts. The number two is innovative estate concept. They are offering you things like green energy, green energy, technology, self-driving cars. They are trying to build a city where they will have zero emission, where most of the things they use will be based on electricity. Their bikes, their cars will be based on electricity. So they are offering a future. They are offering is a this is more like a future concept. Future concept. So in these two types of estate concepts, there's no news that this innovative estate concept will be more expensive than this basic estate concept, because this is bringing things that are not already seen. Do you understand? Things that are not common. They are trying to build a city. They are trying to develop. It is developed around the future. What should you expect in the future? So places like Itinu City, Isimi Lagos, Future City, Fairmont Gardens, Stewart Gardens, things like that. These are things they are promising. They are promising a taste of the future. So you should know that it will take more money for them to deliver on this project than it will take for them to deliver here. These ones just need to pave road, provide water, provide electricity. Even the electricity is just the pole that they will provide, the electric pole that they will provide. Then you come in, buy your plot of land, and because you're not living there, it's an investment. Then the nearest future you can sell. But these ones are promising, and they are promising more like a city, an environment where you can thrive based on technology, where technology is mixed with estate living. So these are the two major type of concepts that we have in Nigeria right now. So if you hear any advertisement for any kind of estate anywhere, it is based on either of these concepts. It is either offering ordinary things or it is offering innovative things. You should also know that when it comes to selling these estates in the future, this innovative estate concept will be more desirable than the ordinary estate concept. It is very possible that you sell this higher than you sell this. And I'll give you an example of a property in Lekki Phase 1. There's an estate in Lekki Phase 1, I don't want to mention it. There's an estate in Lekki Phase 1 that land inside that estate is way more expensive than land outside the estate. But they are all in Lekki Phase 1. Why? Because of the kind of community they built, because of the kind of idea they brought into their estate, because of what goes on in people's mind that is this kind of people that can only live in this kind of estate. And for you to want to be like those people there, you must buy land in that estate. So their land in that estate is more expensive than outside, just right there in Lekki Phase 1. So also it works. This one you will sell high in the future, but you sell this one higher because of the kind of environment that it is in. So you need to get that. It is good that you start with this ordinary estate concept as soon as 550,000 naira. You can start. You can start. But the list for this innovative estate concept starts from something like 27 million for 500 plot of land, for 500 square meters land, and this was also for 500 square meters land, and they are both in the same axis. Do you understand? But this is the concept that this innovative concept that this is bringing is pricing this estate higher than this. And in the future, when you want to resell, there's all possibility that you sell this higher than you ever sell this. To be successful at land banking, these are the steps that you need. Number one, you take interest in the land, you get land, get interested in a land. Then number two, you ask for the materials that you can use to do your search. Then you call a surveyor, then you do your search. You search, do this is very important. This is very important. This is very important. Then number three, after you've done your search and it comes out fine, if it does not come out fine, don't continue with the transaction. But if it comes out fine, then contact the company and pay up. Now, it is important that when it gets to this area of pay up, don't just pay an initial deposit and go away. Pay your money as fast as you can. Pay up the money for the land as fast as you can. When you do this and you pay all the companies requiring, then you'll be able to get allocated. Because I mean, without getting allocated in an estate, all you've just done is giving the company some money. You don't have a land. There's nothing to show. Because it's when you get allocated that they'll give you the necessary paper, the deed of assignment, the contract. When you pay, you collect contract of sales, the deed of assignment, the survey. It's when you pay and get allocated that they'll give you all those things that shows that you have a part of that land in that estate. So when you get allocated, the next thing you should do, number five, is secure your land. Don't just go and sit wherever you live in the diaspora. Or at least there's a way you bought the land. There's also a way you can secure it. If it's possible for you to fence the land around for now, just fence it and leave it there because it's something for the future. Yes, secure your land or just some small corner piece, just the way they do it, just those edges. Make sure it is done on that land. Then after that, number six, perfect your title. Perfect your title, except it is promised you that the company is going to do this for you. But where it is not promised that the company is going to do this for you, then you need to perfect your title by yourself. And it is easier when that land is free, not just freehold. It is freehold, but it is free, as in government has no interest whatsoever. With that survey, then you can process to a C of O. Then when you perfect this title, then it makes the land resellable by you at any time, at any point you deem it fit. So this is what it takes for you to have a successful land banking investment. Number one, get interested in the land. You see a land that you like at your price range, get involved. Number two, conduct your due diligence. Number three, pay up, not just initial deposit, pay up the full money of the land, whatever it is they're asking, so you can get allocated. Then when you get allocated, you secure your land with some corner piece or whatever it is you can do to secure the land, then perfect your title. Then this perfecting of title make it easy for you to resell whenever you want. What are the prime areas for land banking in Lagos? Number one, which is trending right now and for good reasons because of the development and everything that is coming into this space right now, is massive. And if you don't have a land here yet, you should think of investing in this area. Number one is Ekpe. Number two are places like Badagry, and this is going to open up very soon. Badagry is going to open up very soon because of the red line, blue line train. The train that is being done all the way from Lagos Island to all these parts is going to open all this place up. So if you don't have a property there yet, for the sake of land banking, we should start looking for how to get this. Number three, Agbowa, which is also the same as Ikorodu, Agbowa Ikorodu. Tourism as Ikorodu. But for good reason, Ekpe is the most prominent here right now. Ekpe is the most prominent because of the development that is coming to Ekpe, the big projects that are coming to Ekpe recently, the Lekki airport was proposed, and this year they are going to commence construction. The Dangote refinery, people are going to be working here. They will need places to live. Ekpe is where they live. Ekpe is the more residential part that they live. All the Bejuleki, you'll be surprised that it's going to turn commercial at the end of the day, just like where can I call it now? Just like some places in Lagos. For example, Lekki Phase 1 is calling commercial. For you to have a place to live in Lekki Phase 1, and a lot of landlords in Lekki Phase 1 are turning their properties to occupational properties, which means they prefer more of offices. You see a four-bedroom duplex that you think someone is living inside. When you get inside, everything is partitioned and it's offices. So you'll be surprised that in Bejuleki, because of all these projects that are coming up, is going to turn to a predominantly business area. Also, there's the Lekki Deep Sea Port. Because of this alone, A lot of houses are going to turn to warehouse. A lot of houses are going to turn to storage area. So that's why I said Ibejuleki itself in the next couple of years is probably going just to be a business district with a few residential places. So Ekpe is where most people are going to be living. So that is why you should have a land in Ekpe. So these places are the prime areas for land banking in Lagos. And if you watch properly, if you've seen adverts of land in Ekpe, they always come with freehold. What freehold just means is that the land does not have title yet. It does not have title yet. So what you do is that you send your when you want to buy a land that has freehold, you send your surveyor there. He takes coordinates, then goes to Alausa Ikeja, Lands Bureau in Alausa Ikeja. He searches it. So if the land doesn't have any kind of acquisition, like the government is not interested in using that land, then it is free to go. You can process to a CFO. So that means if you are buying the land for let's say 1 million naira, plus the money that you're going to use to process it to CFO. Do you understand? Do you understand? So even if you went and search and the land is not free, it is under some kind of acquisition, it can still be regularized. It can be regularized. That means government just put some acquisition there, but not necessarily that they really want to use it for some projects that will benefit the public. But for the sake of making money is the reason why they put an acquisition on that land. But just because it is a free of hold does not mean it is totally free. So you still need to do your search. In fact, there are lands that are excision, there are lands that are C of O, there are lands that are governor's consent that at the end of the day, when you get there, you find out that the governor's consent, the C of O, the excision, the gazette has been revoked, and there's no more title on the land. It happens. It happens. And governor's consent is not a title in itself. Governor's consent is just to show you that the governor knows that so project is going on that land. It's just a paper that is signed. The governor knows that okay, so project is going on that land. And the next person who takes over the project also needs to go and get the governor's consent. So it is not a title in itself. There's always a root title for any land you are buying. A root title. So when you are buying any land, ask for the root title. Ask for the root title. Any land that has an excision, that has a gazette, that has a CFO is not a freehold land. It's not a freehold land, but it's a free land because it is free for government acquisition, which means government has allocated the land to the community, to a group of persons, to a project. So it is a free land, not under any kind of acquisition, but it's not a free of hold. The free of hold means the land has no title. I want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned one or two things concerning land banking and how you can be a successful land banker in Lagos, Nigeria. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends, let them come and learn how to become a successful land banker. And if you're looking for verified lands in Lekki, in Lagos, in Nigeria, then I am your go-to guy. Let me know what you need and I'll provide you with exactly what you need. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video.